Welcome to the Arcade Lunch Legends podcast, featuring Jared Soto and Michael Tierney, coming to you direct from the deepest depths of their employer's lunch hour. With their powers combined, a new podcast is born, and a new dawn arises.
All right,
We're live.
we're live.
Finally on video.
Got a video going.
I've been pushing for this for a while.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I like the background.
Yeah.
You know, the Arcade Lunch Legends, that's us, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
We're going to have to get used to not looking at ourselves.
Yeah, just forget about the camera.
Yeah.
All right. So this episode, our topic today is about immersion.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a big deal for me.
Yeah.
It's probably my favorite thing about gaming.
So what kind of immersion do you like, or what's the feeling that you get when you're gaming that gives you that sense of immersion?
I feel like when a game that I would say is like a good game for me is something that makes you feel like you're transported into that world. Like
Okay.
I tell my wife whenever I get on Ghost of Yote, I tell my wife, I'm like, if you need me, I'll be protecting.
I'll be on Mount Yote.
Yeah, that is like my go-to for a good game.
Okay.
Or if you need me, I'll be being the god of war. You know, like you kind of become that person. That's good immersion.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I mean, it's like I hardly play recent games,
I know.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the big thing about me is like I know older games front to back. Hardly play recent games, very rarely. So like most recent game, Ghost of Tsushima, playing that right now. Before Elden Ring was a big one, Death Stranding. Can't really think. Oh, Sekiro. Dark Souls, whatever, right? But I never really like felt like immersion into those games.
Right.
So I don't think immersion is like a big thing for me because when I play, I might have like headphones on, maybe one earbud. I don't
Right.
have like good headphones, no good sound, playing it on my laptop screen, something like that. Not even on a big screen in a dark room, no sound system.
Yeah.
So like when I play, like I'm not like fully immersed into the game.
Yeah. I
So
think maybe a good set of headphones, that kind of thing always helps. Yeah, a dark room. I you you gotta really try to transport yourself there.
yeah. And I think what I'm saying is like the part of immersion that gets it for me the most is mainly the story,
Yeah.
right? So Ghost of Tsushima, they have some insane story parts that I'm running into now where I'm like, geez, like this is
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Whatever's happening on the screen is crazy, but it also like I felt like I wanted to get back in, like, jump back into the world
Yeah.
after I was finished.
Like
I'm
when
I'm ready for this again.
the guy betrays you, you kind of feel like, well, I've been betrayed, so now I have to do something about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that part of the immersion is a big thing for me.
One thing that helps now being a dad is playing something like Death Stranding 2 or God of War. You're a parent, so that kind of helps add an extra layer to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least that feeds into the emotional value of the game
Oh yeah.
at that point. Yeah, I cried like a baby when I finally beat God of War Ragnarok. That was an emotional roller coaster. The 2018 as well. Nothing like the original God of War where it's literally, you're just fighting everybody that looks at you wrong.
Yeah. So you like emotional immersion? I guess you would
That's
call it
part of
that.
it. I mean, a good driving factor, a good driving force as to why you're doing the things you're doing in a game.
Yeah.
That is a good selling point for me.
Yeah. And I think so. Another part of immersion we were talking about before. We're talking about like haptic feedbacks, like all that stuff.
Yep.
And the controller, like you feel like you're holding on to like your backpack
Yeah.
ropes or whatever.
Yeah, that really helps, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other like immersive thing. I think when the game gives you more control to control things,
Mhm.
that's when it feels more immersive. So we're talking about Hideo Kojima games, right? And if you go back to Metal Gear Solid 2, and I think the first one too, but mainly 2 and 3, during the cutscenes, you can control the camera
Mhm.
and focus in, zoom in, move the camera around. So you feel like you're a part of what's happening
Yeah.
in the game, which I think is like another level of like immersion
Right.
to it.
Yeah, definitely. Especially, like, when you're navigating your route in Death Stranding and, like, planning the route, and that was very immersive to me, and, like, changing the way you tackle certain terrain and stuff like that. All of that just adds another level to the immersion.
Yeah. Although I did none of that when I played.
Yeah, you didn't.
I did zero
See, maybe
plan.
it's kind of like the act of doing it that'll make it more immersive.
So like here's another so I guess this is what I was saying before. Is like when I play, most of the immersive aspects, like since I don't have a lot of time to play whatever game,
Mhm.
I kind of have to cut out a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm skipping cutscenes. I'm not
Yeah.
planning. I'm not, using all the, you know, options that they give free to like play a game. I think when I played like Pokemon Green, it was like 2 years ago.
Mhm.
Went through Pokemon Green, I just mained like a Pidgey until it was like level 99. I beat the whole game with that.
Yeah. Yeah, you told me about that. I was like, "I don't know if that's how you're supposed to play those games."
But it worked.
Yeah.
It was weird, but it worked.
Immersion is a double-edged sword for sure because it makes the game take longer, and depending on, like, your situation, that could be a bad thing. I get maybe 2 like I've said it plenty of times, I get maybe 2 hours worth of gameplay a night, so
Yeah.
but that's 2 hours that I spend really getting lost in a world, and yeah.
Yeah. So you allow yourself to have that immersion.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Yeah. I'd rather do that than just piss away a game because I wanna finish it,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Well, there's some games that, deserve, I think I didn't watch every cutscene of Death Stranding, but at the end, I was like, I'm watching every cutscene, every major cutscene.
Yeah,
Because it was like getting real good.
there's a lot of pointless cutscenes
Yeah.
in Death Stranding.
Yeah.
The second one, not so much. Most of them really kind of matter in the second one. We need to bring it in and just play it. Have it in the background. That'd be kinda cool.
Yeah.
Wonder if we can figure out how to do that.
Yeah. I mean, I was so like unimmersed. They were saying they were talking about some like the Kipu or like some other like random stuff.
Yeah, it's
And I'm like,
more for,
what are
like
they saying? What are they talking about?
yeah, it's more for, like, symbolism's sake than anything.
Yeah. But it made for good conversation because I was like,
Yeah.
this makes zero sense. And you're like, that's because you skipped the cutscenes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's that meme, I've talked about it before, where it's like, "I don't know who you are, but you're gonna die now." Or however, because you skip the cutscenes, you do all the side leveling stuff, and then you get to the end of the game, and you have no idea what's going on, but you're the god of that world now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do something about the vibrating. My phone's
Oh yeah, your phone. Yeah. Um, yeah, we're talking about another thing about immersion we were talking about is when games take you out of the immersion or they like disengage you from what's happening
right.
on the screen.
Yes.
That was
Yeah.
that's a big issue.
Yeah. Or one thing that keeps bothering me is the hints. It'll, like, come up with text at the
Oh
bottom
yeah,
with hints of, like, "Do this, and then it'll get you where you need to be," or whatever. It's like, "Yes, I know. You don't need to tell me every 5 seconds."
yeah.
Or if you that was a big thing with God of War. You're trying to solve a puzzle, and Atreus is like, "Oh, I think there's something you're supposed to do." And it's like, "I know, let me try to figure it out."
Yeah, yeah. So a little bit of the disengagement could be from like the like the graphics, you know. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
like a heads up display.
the heads-up display or the preset little small movements they do sometimes will also kind of knock you out of that immersion.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I saw some like Instagram reel or something or an article online. It said like playing Call of Duty without a heads up display like changes everything about it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's kinda how, Battlefield 6 is, I think. There's a lot less of a heads-up display.
Yeah.
They've made quite a bit of improvements in, like, heads-up display design. So, like,
Hmm.
um,
Well,
things
I
get
mean,
smaller, they kind of get in the I think the more you play a game too, the less you need a heads-up display. So maybe,
yeah.
like, with Ghost of Yotei, there's literally no heads-up display unless you're fighting, which I think is kinda cool.
You probably have like your resolve or your little
You have your health bar and your resolve,
health
but that
resolve.
is only there when you're fighting. If you're just exploring, there's no heads-up display. If you're
No
riding a
map,
horse, no.
no direction.
But that's the cool thing about the Ghost games is the wind is your direction marker, and it's
Ah, yeah.
you hardly realize it.
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, yeah, follow the wind. Where's the wind?" And then you slide your finger on the thing, and it shows you, and it's just the wind, so, I mean, it really that's a good example of keeping the immersion factor there.
Yeah, they do a good job.
Yeah.
But I think there's some games. So like I'm thinking about Elden Ring, right? So very minimal heads up display,
Yeah, that's true.
very little going on the screen. But like you had to be to understand what was going on, you had to be fully like invested in it and like immersed in it to like kind of understand.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it you had to read in the item description.
Yeah, that's a good point. Cause I got back into Elden Ring a few weeks ago. I just kinda turned it on to mess with it, play with it a little bit, and I completely forgot how to do a lot of things. I couldn't remember how to get the horse. I couldn't remember
Okay.
how to switch weapons and all that, and I kept having to do the start menu because you can still control that stuff from the start menu because there is no real pause, like, it keeps going,
Yeah.
and you can kind of do everything that way, and so that's how I was doing it, and it was so clunky. I was like, "There's no way this is what you're supposed to do," and I had to look it up. I had to go on my phone, like, "How do you call the horse?" It's like, I felt like such a noob.
So they write those articles specifically for you,
Yeah,
for people that go back to a game like a year later, 2 years
yeah,
later.
that was useful, especially because I kept dying to the fire giant, and I had to, like, start back at the Grace or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, "This sucks." Then I was just like, "Whatever." My kids were, like, screaming at me or something, so I was like, "Whatever, I'm done."
Elden Ring time over.
Yeah, that's definitely when you have to spend a ton of time
Oh yeah.
and really get into it.
Yeah. So here's another thing about immersion, right? So sometimes games are so good, you're so immersed in it that when it's over, you wish like you had a memory wipe, amnesia, whatever, to go through it again.
Yes, for sure. I wish I could be in that spot where I could play God of War Ragnarok again for the first time. That was
Yeah.
that was an epic time.
Yeah, I've heard that about God of War. I've heard that about Legend of Zelda,
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild. Yeah,
What's the other one? Tears of the Kingdom?
Tears of the Kingdom. I
Yeah,
haven't heard it too much about that, but Breath of the Wild was like a mind blowing experience when it first came out.
yeah. Too bad well, it's only on the Switch, I guess.
Yeah. Same thing for Elden Ring. It's like, will there ever be a game that matches Elden Ring's like excitement of exploration.
Who knows? That's a big one. That game is massive. You don't
Yeah.
realize it until you're like halfway through just exploring. You realize how big that game really is. And then they add a quarter of the map extra on top of that with the DLC. And then they completely revamp it again and make Night Rain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like how can they recapture that magic?
Yeah.
Can anybody else
Did you
get close?
see there's the guy that made all the Souls games and Elden Ring? There's something about him working on a new game already.
I know there's a Nintendo Switch game
There's that.
coming out
Yeah.
from Software.
Yeah, but then there was the original creator,
Yeah.
the mind behind it, said something like he doesn't even work for FromSoft anymore or something,
What?
and he's like doing something else. Yeah, I heard something like that.
Miyazaki?
Yeah, I think that's
I gotta look that up. 'Cause
yeah,
I don't know.
that was interesting.
I mean, you can't just get rid of Miyazaki from FromSoft because he's like,
Well, I kind
it's
of
like the
it kind of sounded like the same vibe of what Kojima's doing. Like maybe he's
starting up his own side
maybe
project.
maybe
Huh.
interesting. See what he does with that. Maybe he'll finally make his own Bloodborne 2.
I don't know. Bring it to PC.
Mm. You know how Sony is. They tried to take Helldivers 2 away from PC audience or something like that. It was like a
Oh,
big
yeah, yeah. No, there was like there's a PlayStation like account that you had to have to sign into it.
yeah, and PlayStation accounts are only available in certain areas. I
Yeah.
think that's what it was.
It was that, and like a lot of people on PC just didn't want to get the PlayStation account.
Yeah, that was a huge deal.
Yeah.
I remember that. I played it. I played a lot of Helldivers 2 as well. That was that whole game was like a huge vibe. Like there
Yeah.
was something about that. Talk about immersion. It's like they took that kind of to another level with like the whole salute and that was a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, and that world was like, I guess that like vision of the future of some like, spreading democracy through like
Dude,
force or whatever they were doing. I don't know.
yeah, it was awesome. Have you ever played Helldivers?
Very little.
The second one? Or the
Yeah.
first one?
That second one.
Yeah, that's so much fun. I was like unhealthily addicted to that game. I bought the expansion or whatever just so I could get the little there's like the mini game how you call in airstrikes or whatever, and then you could practice that on like the machine. If you get the expanded or whatever, you had that machine on your ship
Hmm.
and you could practice. I spent probably a cool couple hours just doing that
Nice.
because it was fun.
Yeah.
Kind of reminded me of like Guitar Hero or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think of any other games that were like crazy immersive. I think so. One game, Fable, on the original Xbox.
Yeah,
The immersion came from like the music,
yeah.
because like when you're walking through, whatever you hear like this like score
Mm-hmm.
like playing, and you're like, this sounds like amazing. Especially if we had a good sound system. You're like, this sounds like what I am seeing, and it all like matched up, and it was all like really good.
That's a whole topic that we'll probably have to do a whole new episode on because the music in a game can make or break it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could think of so many amazing video game scores. Even Elden Ring had a pretty solid score.
Yeah, even though it was like mainly orchestra type stuff and kind of like
Yes, the
spooky.
big symphony kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, especially like, I don't know, when you hear the music in certain areas and it just like matches
And what
perfectly.
the visceral response, the rush of adrenaline hits your brain whenever you enter like a boss arena and that music gets super loud, you're like, "Oh no, I'm about to die." Like
Yeah.
and God of War Ragnarok, I already mentioned it a million times. But Red on White, Have you ever heard that song?
No.
From Hosier? Hosier? How do you say his name? Hosier is the one that does the uh
Red on white.
he has a hit song on the radio. I'm blanking right now, but
I've heard the guy or band.
yeah.
Whoever.
It's like the one singer. He kind of reminds me of Woodkid from Death Stranding series. But Red on White by Hosier, you gotta listen to that song and you gotta blast it in your headphones. It is amazing. It goosebumps every time I hear that song. And that was like the title song for um God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah.
And just the bum 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 from 2018. Yeah, that's a whole nother episode.
Yeah. Our favorite soundtracks.
Oh yeah. I can go deep on that one.
Yeah. I think some of the best immersive like games were like MMOs.
Yeah.
RuneScape, World of Warcraft,
Skyrim.
Skyrim was good.
Skyrim's pretty immersive.
Oh,
I mean, you're a first person, that whole situation was very immersive, yeah.
yeah, that was good. Although, like, there's some games that are like too, like, that you can't get immersed. I can't get immersed in. So, like, Skyrim was good, but Elder Scrolls Morrowind,
Mhm.
I tried playing like 4 or 5 times throughout my life. I'm just like, no,
Is that the online one?
no, that's Morrowind is number 3.
Oh,
Skyrim is 4.
what's
I think.
Oblivion?
Wait, no, Morrowind is 3, Oblivion is 4, Skyrim is 5.
Mm.
And then they're coming out with Elder Scrolls 6 or
Yeah, who
something.
knows when that's gonna happen. I think maybe we should get another Fallout before we get another Elder Scrolls. It's the same
Yeah.
company, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get away from space and let's do post-apocalyptic. 'Cause, they did what?
Star Citizen? No. Starfield. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get away from the space stuff for a bit, because I feel like that's been done.
Well, I mean, more people are going into space. What's that one where the main character's driving like a Porsche? Like
Oh,
Starship?
Intergalactic.
Yeah.
Talk about immersion breaking when you're seeing the Porsche logo on a spaceship.
Yeah.
That's a little out there for me.
Yeah.
That game still has the potential, cross your fingers, to be a really good game because Naughty Dog knows what they're doing. But who knows? We'll see.
Well, I haven't seen anything good from Naughty Dog in like recent years.
Come on.
Tell me,
The
I
Last of
can't
Us?
even. Okay, I still haven't seen anything really good from Naughty Dog in the last couple of years.
Uncharted 4? That was a long time ago.
No, just
Uncharted
never.
4 was pretty good. You didn't like it? Did you play it?
Watch the movie.
The movie was garbage. Come on. We already covered that topic.
I don't think I've ever played any Uncharted. It just didn't look that like
Uncharted was amazing. Uncharted 3 was
good.
I started on Uncharted 3, and that was really good.
Okay, what else by Naughty Dog? What else? I think before Uncharted, it was like Jack and Daxter.
Yeah.
Right?
Jak and Daxter was good.
That was great. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I haven't seen anything good from Naughty Dog since Jack and Daxter.
Yeah, that's
Like anything that would be like pulling me into it.
yeah, I guess you might be right there. The Last of Us was pretty damn good, though. But that was still 5 years ago. No, probably more than that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I may speak differently if I played it before,
Yeah,
but never played it.
yeah. Experience speaks volumes, I guess. What? Trying to think. What else was immersive enough to be like
To be like really
Horizon was pretty immersive. I had a lot of fun kind of diving into that world. The robotic creatures and stuff. That was really fun.
Yeah.
That's another one that had a decent soundtrack.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else recently besides like Elden Ring, where it's like talking to your friends like, hey, where you at? I'm in the lands between.
Yeah.
You start saying random places where you are in Elden Ring.
Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah.
Cyberpunk was very immersive. That's another one where it's first person. You kind of get that view as if you're really in Night City,
Yeah.
hanging out with Keanu Reeves,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
chopping dudes up with the mantis blades. That was fun.
That sounds cool.
Should we do a Cyberpunk playthrough? I think we should.
No. No. No.
You would love it. You like the Cyberpunk. You chose the Cyberpunk intro music for the podcast.
That's true. So I do like the style, but like Cyberpunk 2077, like it seems, I don't know.
That's one that take that
I
that
I,
that
I
one will
probably need
take
to give it a
tons
try.
of hours
Yeah.
out of your life for sure.
Yeah.
Probably a solid 40, 50 hours just to finish the main campaign and the you have to have the DLC story too. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
There's Cyberpunk Her Origins? No. I forgot. There's another one they're working on. We have like zero information on what that's gonna be. I've heard that it's supposed to be like you're a cop in another cyberpunk city. I don't know if it's gonna be Night City. But you have to infiltrate like gangs and
Okay.
so that'll be an interesting one.
Yeah. I've never played The Witcher either.
The Witcher's
Is that another good one?
yeah. I would say that one's pretty immersive. That one has a really, really good story to back it up. The story goes super deep, very lore rich. Don't bother watching the Netflix show. That's a pain in the.
Even with Henry Cavill?
Sure, watch the Henry Cavill one, but then he quit the show.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be Thor's brother. I don't remember his name.
Yeah, Hemsworth.
It's like a stark contrast between Henry Cavill, who was born for the role, who made that role like his identity for a while, to this other guy who doesn't give a crap about the lore.
Who was
story.
thrown into it? Maybe.
Yeah. He took an opportunity. It's not really his fault. He took an opportunity for a solid Netflix project.
So here's what Netflix should have done. Go up to every guy. Just be like, who's your man crush?
This is what who should have done?
Netflix should have done.
Okay.
Bet you everybody would not say Liam Hemsworth. It'd be
Well,
somebody else.
They did. It's like
that's what it should have been done.
I don't think that's what constitutes a good Geralt. I think a good Geralt is somebody who's willing to put in the effort to make the character as close to the original as possible. That's
Yeah.
what Cavill did.
Yeah.
He knew the
But
character
also-
because if anybody knows Cavill, they know he is a huge nerd.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
a huge gamer nerd. So he knew what Geralt of Rivia was before.
I think he says he loved the books before ever playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know our other coworker, just loves Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
It's like his biggest man crush.
He's got a huge man crush on him.
He's always sending like Henry Cavill reels and whatnot.
Yeah, he gave up on Superman because
Yeah.
they recast Superman.
Yeah.
I think that's more of a problem plaguing movies and TV.
Just recasting.
Yeah.
It's a terrible time that we live in.
Yeah. I mean, what can you do? We're not in charge. They don't care what we think.
Yeah. But we can still dream.
Well, we could petition for something better, but it's not going to do anything.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're out of time for our lunch.
Yep.
Kind of a short lunch, but it was good.
Solid episode.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, Like and subscribe. Give us some of your comments. See you next time.
Follow us.
Yeah, follow. All right.
Bye.
Come on.